Hello and welcome to Keto Friendly Joe, another episode. Today we're going to review the Dr. Oz show yesterday, where he spent the first half hour of the show on ketogenics. It was a really fantastic show. So if you get a chance to go on demand on CBS, I think it's CBS, you go on CBS on demand, you should go back and replay this if you have any questions about ketogenics. I want to address something out there first of all, right off. So I'm gonna go over who the guests were and all that stuff. I'm gonna talk about some things, but one of the key things that I saw was the length of time that people are in ketogenics, because somebody came up to me early on, and I wouldn't even say early on in this process, about a month, 2 months ago, came up to us and said, you know, you can't be on ketogenics forever. You're wrong. I'm gonna tell you right now, that person was wrong. I think one of the most frustrating things, and this is what you're going to come up against, and I've seen it on people's Facebook posts as they talk about ketogenics, there is a mistake that people are making by spewing ignorance throughout social media. I mean, we see it in everything, and you shouldn't be surprised when it comes to you trying to accomplish what your goals are. There are people out there, and I talked about this before in your network, there are people out there who are against progress, against you being successful or changing who you are, changing and making a difference in your own life. And the reason is, and people have a hard time with change. I'm not going to say that they're trying to be nefarious, but what I will say is that they do not have your best interest in mind. They have their own interest in mind when they do this. There is absolutely zero out there about the dangers of ketogenics. And some of you are going, well, wait a second, Joe. What about ketoacidosis? Yes, if you are severe diabetic, and your ketone levels go to an astronomical stage, then yes, there is a less than 0.1% chance that you could die from ketoacidosis. You are more likely to get struck by lightning, win the Mega Millions, or go down in an airplane than to contract ketoacidosis if you're a diabetic. If you are not a diabetic, then you have zero chance of dying from ketogenics. Zero chance. And listen, look, I've got doctors that prescribe that are subscribed to my channel now. I have doctors that follow me on Twitter. I have doctors that are involved in a lot of the aspects of what ketogenics are. I know doctors that are involved in all the aspects of ketogenics. It is a very highly endorsed way of life. It's a lifestyle change. And it makes you feel good about yourself. It helps you get your mind right. And if you go back and you look at the video that I had on all the different things that ketosis helps you with, you can see where ketogenics can really be a game changer for you in your life. I mean, there are so many people that I've inspired just because of my weight loss, just because of mine and my wife's weight loss. Combined, we're at 130 pounds lost. And just because of that, people are inspired by this. And we haven't even hit 7 months yet in doing ketogenics. And we are never going back. So let's talk a little bit about Dr. Oz. So Dr. Oz a couple months ago had Tim Tebow on. And I went back. You can YouTube it. Go back and watch it. Fantastic show where Tim Tebow's been doing ketogenics for 7 years. But that's still a minor amount of time compared to what some of the people that were on Dr. Oz's show have been doing this. For example, one of his experts he had was Mark Sisson, who was the author of the book of the Keto Reset Diet. Mark Sisson has been doing ketogenics for 12 years. That's a long time. Just a little bit of research revealed that information. And he talks about how important it is to hit your fat numbers. The fat number is absolutely one of the keys. And he sets it at around 75%. 20% proteins and 5% carbs. During the show, and again, if you go back and watch this, they show you what the good foods are and then what the bad foods are, like mashed potatoes, like corn, your starches and things like that, as far as a ketogenic diet. In addition, they do a quick demonstration on a bike about how your energy is burned. And one of the cool things about what they did was they showed how when you put carbs in your system, you've got to burn them right away. You have to burn them right away because what you don't burn turns into fat. So unless you are extremely active, putting carbs in your bodies feeds your brain for sure, but it feeds your brains with this false sense of energy. So make sure that you're hitting those numbers, 75% fats, 20% proteins, 5% carbs. So that's one of the things that they talked about. He also had Stephanie Person, who's a personal trainer, She's been doing ketogenics for 10 years. And she actually puts the fat number a little bit lower at 70%, 25% protein, and 5% carbs still. The 25% protein is designed to help you build muscle immediately, because when you go and work out after you've eaten, you are essentially turning that protein right into muscle. And she looked physically fit. And the last person that was on Dr. Oz was a person who runs a program called Keto Karma. Her name is Suzanne. I didn't catch the last name, but her name is Suzanne. She also wrote a book called Simply Keto. She lost 105 pounds in 1 year. She went from 290 to 185 pounds in 1 year, all on the ketogenic diet. And she shows a really great alternative in this. She shows, again, go on demand, CBS on demand. For this Dr. Oz show, she showed a great alternative to mashed potatoes, utilizing mashed, and what seemed like twice baked, but mashed cauliflower. You'll see the cauliflower is a lot. You do a lot with cauliflower in this diet. In addition, there were 3 Instagrammers that were featured. One of them was Keto.Connect. Another one was Abby's Kitchen. And the last one was The Fitness Trainer's Wife. So check those out. It's really fantastic. But again, the thing that I want to impress upon is don't let people give you misinformation. You've done the research, right? Don't let somebody's just off a whim expertise come out and tell you that you can't do this. You can't do this for life. It's not safe. Those are all lies. They're just flat out bottom line lies. And don't let people lie to you. Coming up next week, just so you guys are aware, Monday, we're still going to do the shout-out show. I'm still going to do another show tomorrow that's going to be on what we've eaten this week. But next week, I'm going to start featuring some products that are available to you to order or whatever. I don't get any money off this. To order some products. Eventually, there might be a product that I do offer that could help change your life financially as well. So we'll talk a little bit more about that. But next week, I'm going to focus on products that you should have in your fridge, that you should have in your cupboard. And we're going to pay a visit to a local store that is featuring some of these products as well. I'm Keto Friendly Joe. Thanks for tuning in.